Have you ever bought a game because you thought, haha, robot lady hot, and then suddenly you're knee deep in existential dread wondering if you even have a purpose? Cool, because I have, and the game responsible is Nier Automata, a game that basically told me everything is meaningless, but like in a super chill way. Honestly, this game wasn't even on my radar, even though it's been out since 2017. As I was innocently looking at some cosplay of these characters one day, I thought, hey, maybe I should check it out. I had no idea what Nier Automata was about, so when I sat down to play this hack and slash anime robot adventure game, I got hit with ideas such as philosophy, grief, hopelessness, themes that require a college minor in psychology. And suddenly I'm having this crisis. Not like a fun crisis either, like why don't girls like me kind of crisis. Also, I'm probably going to pronounce Nier Automata incorrectly, so please bear with me. This game's basically 10% combat, 20% crying, 30% asking why anything exists, and 40% thinking about innocent robots accidentally killed at the amusement park. However, with all the bleakness in the game and the hopelessness, I think the real message of the game is that it does provide hope in a world that seems hopeless. And nothing completes that more than Route E, which is the same letter as my first name, so naturally it's the best. So today I like to explore hope in a world that's hopeless and how it mirrors our reality today. Today's video is sponsored by no one. And no more on that later on in this video. Before we get to the end of this video where I feel like the main message is, there are things that I like to discuss first. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm an expert on Nier Automata. I'm not an essayist with access to a green screen, nor somebody that can surround themselves with a whole bunch of video game cases to show that I'm a hardcore gamer. I'm just a casual gamer who can only speak to my own emotions and my own experiences of the game. Now, I think I'm in the very small minority of people that enjoyed this game. I mean, I'm surprised that there's so little videos out there explaining how this game is a masterpiece or how it's profound or how the ending is the best ending ever. Like, I'm surprised there's nothing like that on YouTube, and frankly, I think this video needed to be released. Anyways, this game didn't tell me a story. It ambushed me with one. You know, most games are like, here's your mission, save humanity. However, this game says, here's a giant loop of suffering you can't escape. Also, the robot you murdered was a father of two. You piece of shit. Route A is fun, learning about the story while slashing any machines that get in your way. However, Route B makes you rethink your morality. This game manipulates empathy like no other. It makes you ask, what makes something alive? What makes something matter? Why did I care about this one robot so much? And that's the point. The game teaches you empathy by making you a monster first. Route C is incredibly dark. Like, I think everything pretty much gets destroyed. Man, this video was supposed to be about hope, but after looking back at Route C, what's the point of it all? Let's talk about the machines. They start out as goofy little buckets on legs and waddle around like cute penguins. But then you find out they're building families, writing plays, creating political factions, forming religions. I mean, these machines are getting more action than I ever will. The game isn't subtle. It's telling you, humanity isn't a species, it's the fight to find meaning. I was kind of sad seeing how these machines and androids were trying to find meaning through us. Seeing them attempt to do different things that humans have already done and failed made me realize about mankind today. And yeah, damn, we're a totally pathetic species and we need to be wiped out by aliens. But even aliens mess up, so it's okay. Now let's talk about our three heroes. 2B is the human equivalent of a locked diary. Stoic, razor sharp, carries trauma like it's part of her outfit. In the beginning, her entire personality is basically no feelings, no emotions, just murder and maybe a little internal screaming. 2B is like one of those coworkers that is really incredible at hiding their pain. Like, you could ask like, hey, how you doing? And then you would be like, I'm doing great, how about you? But then secretly that coworker is experiencing an existential crisis and is going insane and depressed, and I really hope none of my coworkers see this video. But here's the thing, 2B isn't cold, she's protective, she's holding back oceans of emotion because she has to, not because she wants to. The tragedy is that her whole mission is built around hurting the person she cares most about. And what can I say about 9S? If curiosity killed the cat, curiosity obliterated this poor boy's entire worldview. This sweet summer child is brilliant, maybe too brilliant. Curiosity is his entire personality, and curiosity is also his downfall. He starts the game like, hi 2B, I'm your new buddy. And ends the game like, I'm gonna burn down the concept of hope. He's the perfect tragic foil to 2B, and together they form the world's most dysfunctional, emotionally shattered anime power couple. And watching 9S ravel on Route C is heartbreaking and sad, and you just want to give the guy a poor hug. Wait, what? Let me try that again. And watching Nihilism unravel in Route C is heartbreaking and sad, and you just want to give a hug to the poor guy. There we go. Then there's A2, the I don't need anyone archetype. A2 is what happens when trauma becomes a personality trait. She hides behind toughness the same way 2B hides behind professionalism.
I don't usually get a partner. It's kind of fun.
Emotions are prohibited.
Sorry, man.
Except A2's version is being mean.
The hell is that huge thing?
No.
You're pretty useless, you know that?
And stabbing things. Her story is about guilt, survivor's guilt, anger, and loss. She's the wild card of the trio, and that's why she's my favorite character, because I like to think I'm also a wild card. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that. She brings the raw honesty that 2B can't express and the grounded maturity that 9S desperately needs. And the genius of Nier Automata is that all three are valid and all three are tragic. Their arcs intertwine, clash, break, heal. It's messy, it's human, it's relatable in the worst possible way, and somehow it works. And of course, what helps make this game a masterpiece is the music. I mean, it's just freaking awesome. Are you not entertained? Seriously though, the music helped elevate this game to another level. Now what I really want to drive home is the message of hope, and I think ending E does a great job of that. It's the best ending for a reason. It doesn't have an effect on the main game, but it does have the effect on you, the player. In the credits scene, you're all alone battling the different names and departments. However, at one point it all becomes overwhelming and you eventually die so many times. Finally, the game offers help from previous players who sacrificed their save files in order to help you. I think this ending is a great reminder to show us that we're never really alone, and those who sacrifice their save files to help you is a very beautiful thing. I feel if we took a lesson from this game, this world would definitely be in a better place. So when it came to my turn, when the game asked if I wanted to delete my save file, I of course said hell no. I worked too hard to get this far. I haven't even gotten the best outfit yet. Men of culture, you know what I'm talking about. And I guess that's another lesson I've yet to learn, letting things go. I just can't bring myself to do it. Nier Automata is the comfiest bleakness game I've ever played. The world is dead, humanity is gone, the characters seem to be miserable just like me, but yet the game still somehow says, yeah, life's rough, but we're all in this together. There's a strange piece to it. The game takes despair and makes it feel like a warm blanket, a sad blanket, but soft. This game is a paradox, hopeless yet hopeful, bleak yet comforting, anime thighs but also a meditation on consciousness. It's a game that says life is suffering, but that doesn't mean it isn't beautiful too. And somehow you walk away grateful for the experience. If you ever felt isolated, no worries, because isolation can sometimes feel strangely comforting, as I explained in this video right here, and I'll see you in that video.